Welcome to the Social Community Show, where it's our goal to help you learn, grow, and transform into the person you want to become. Today, fuck work, go have fun. Go do it now. Good night.
He's like, yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
No, but really, we're talking about that, taking time to enjoy life. Whether it's a vacation, a staycation, or even just like a mental vacation, learning that skill to take that ability to step outside, sit somewhere and let your brain kind of relax and go out in nature and walk around and different things like that to give yourself that little break, even if, that's all you can take, learning to kind of do that. But there's a lot of good stuff. I was reading a lot of crazy statistics about Americans just don't take vacations, and we just don't do it.
We work all the time. Trust me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But as I was thinking about this morning when I was walking my son to the bus, I was like, what the fuck's the point of all this money and all this stuff if we can't enjoy life? If we're busy chasing the next thing, the next car, the next house, the next something.
It's true, man. It's true.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was reading this book, and the guy was talking about his neighbor. He's like, my neighbor, he just bought this nice big beautiful house. He closed extra, got the keys, and he's like, yeah, the next house I'm gonna buy though, man, it's gonna be bigger. He even move in yet. He's already talking about the next house. I'm gonna work for this next thing. I'm gonna get the bigger house. It's like, dang, man.
Yeah, I definitely think like you gotta take some time out to like enjoy it. I mean, I'm definitely all about goals. You hit one goal, like get on to the next one. But at the same time, like what's the point of getting the house if you don't even, like you said, don't even enjoy it?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure he's gonna enjoy it. Just
right.
Getting in that mind frame of setting the next thing. But
yeah.
I'm a big fan of that goal setting thing too. But I mean, like before I was working, like everybody asked me, "Oh, how many days a week you work?" Like, "Oh, I work like 5 to 7 days a week." Right. Just like, wait, what? How do you do that?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed both of the jobs that I had, but now that I came back from my vacation, I only have one job. So, but I don't know. Not saying I miss it.
Yeah.
I kind of do, but at the same time, I also enjoy having like 3 days off a week, man. It's kind of cool.
Well, I wonder what that is, that feeling of missing that other job. Like I do that sometimes, I really try hard to block off like the weekends to spend time with the family and stuff. But sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'm like, if I go upstairs for a few minutes and I get in this thing and I can complete that task, and it's like, wait a second, no, let's just turn. But like, what is that? That like sometimes it's hard to turn that off, or especially when you're hard charging after a goal or something like that. You're really just, it's like always in your mind, and that's always kind of turning.
Yeah, I mean, that is. And at the same time, I know we talked in our previous episodes and stuff about loving what you do.
Yeah.
If you actually get out there and enjoy the work that you do, like, yeah, you kind of miss it.
Yeah.
Not only that, if you take on the other aspect, if you have a healthy working environment and like, you enjoy actually being at work, or the people that are there for whatever reason, like, yeah, sure, that's one thing, but that's not what we're talking about in this episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this episode is like, yeah, get out there and take the time and go have a vacation. I know Tyson was talking earlier about these little, mental vacation breaks that you can take, in your mind, but not necessarily. But when you're in a situation where you're at work and you get kind of stressed, like you do need to be able to just take like a little time out, a little breather. But for me, I was kind of talking more about like getting out there and having fun, man. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And then that last episode we did, I was in the airport, and that's just because I had planned this like huge, massive trip that I was going on, and man, I had a blast, dude. I can't even imagine. And when I came back, like everybody at work's like, "Oh, you look kind of refreshed." I was like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was talking with. I was on another podcast yesterday, and the guy was interviewing me, was saying the same thing. He went off to San Diego for the holiday weekend, the Labor Day weekend. He's like, man, I just kind of forget how refreshing I feel and how relaxed and more focused I am that I took those 5 days off.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do that every now and then. It's just, I hate to keep bringing up the point that Americans work a lot, but we kind of do. Like
Yeah.
in other countries, like in Europe and stuff like that, they naturally have that 3 month summer. Like
Mm-hmm.
they have that for their job. Like
Yeah. Right.
school. Like even after school, you still have like 2-3 months vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what they do.
Yeah. Even I heard in Italy, like lunchtime, like everything shuts down. Everybody's like 2-hour lunches. Everybody gets together and has time.
I've never been there, but yeah, I think one of my
mean,
friends was talking about that. Like they were hungry at that lunch hour,
Mhm.
and like they were walking around like looking for like places to eat during that lunch hour, and like they were all closed. It's kind of crazy. I was like, wait, what? Like, I guess they just missed the window or whatever, and then that's just the time everybody goes home. And it's not just a lunch hour. Like I think it went over like I think it was like 2 hours.
That's what I hear. I heard that they take 2-hour lunches.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, whatever. Luckily, they found some dude that was like, yeah, there's no food or anything, but why don't you just come back to my place? We're gonna go drink.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Like I was like,
Yeah.
you just like take that lesson from Italy. Like when you have that, like that's just the kind of environment you're in. It's like it's fun. It's like whatever. It's spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I don't know, man.
But that's what I was reading about, and even some things I've experienced. It's like people are like ashamed to go take a lunch. Like, well, looking around the office, like nobody's going to lunch. Like, well, I can't go to lunch either, or well, nobody's taking vacation, so I guess I can't take vacation either, versus saying, listen, these are my priorities. This is what I want to be doing. And to be the best version of myself, to be the most productive and most effective, I've got to take these breaks. I've got to take these things. I've got to step away and walk away and understand how to refresh myself.
Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned, I think I did hear something on the radio like that. Like, I want to, I mean, I don't think the number is that high, but I want to say it is. I think it's like 40 to 50 people like skip their lunch. 40,
Yep.
I'm not 50 people, but 40 to 50% of Americans skip their lunch break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a good range in that range, but what it seems like from what I gathered is it's like a social pressure. Like a few people don't take lunch, and then everybody starts to kind of feel like, well, Sally and Bob aren't taking lunch. I guess I don't take lunch, and I've had that. When I have some other jobs I've worked in the past, there are some people that they didn't take lunch, and like you could see that pressure around, like, but a boss ain't taking lunch. Like, can we go to lunch? Like, and you can feel that, like, what should we be doing? What's the social protocol for this, or what's happening, versus taking that within yourself and saying, no, this is my time to recharge, refuel, and step away.
I mean, there's another way to look at it too, is like that half an hour. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because that half an hour, yeah, sure, it's a half an hour, but I mean, it adds up over. I mean, let's just say you make $10 an hour. Yeah. It's half an hour, so it's $5. But you add that $5 5 days a week, maybe 7 days a week. I don't know, 5 days a week. That's a couple dollars here, but you add that $52 a year, like that's a couple $100 a year, And if you make $100, that's a couple $1,000 a year. That's not.
Yeah. That's
something to back off on.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would be cautious with that burnout that you're going to get from that. That's going to be way more costly than any gains you're going to make from a 30-minute lunch break.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, that's the whole idea of this episode, right? It's just get out there.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Get out there and go have fun. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, if you're waiting for inbox empty, that day never gonna come. You're gonna die, and your inbox is still gonna get filled up. You're still gonna get emails. Somebody will replace you at work. So don't wait for that magical day to come. That ain't ever gonna come.
Yeah, and I guess that's the whole thing about waiting, right? Like, I mean, just getting this whole no lunch thing and this whole empty lunchbox thing. Like, I always talk about, like, or I don't always talk about. Other people always talk about, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna add that onto my bucket list, and I'm like thinking, why would you add it on the bucket list? Like, you're off
Mhm.
today. Why don't you just go do it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, granted, there are some things that people, wait towards the end of life to do, like skydiving. I
Right.
mean, we checked that off a long time ago.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got responsibilities, you know what I mean? The chances of you dying from skydiving are, I mean, they're not
Some.
high. They're
Yeah.
not high. They are slim.
Yeah.
But you could get into an accident, or
Yeah.
you may not die, but you land wrong, could put you out of work for a while.
Mhm.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like, why are you waiting to do these bucket list items?
Yeah.
You know?
But then on that same token, you could die from 1,000 things every day. And then
Yeah, the
you're going to
chances of
die with this long bucket list of things you never got to do because I was waiting till I was 65 and a half.
yeah, it's like rain on your
Yeah.
wedding day.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And there's the things I like. I mean, I like to practice. I just was up in the mountains over the holiday weekend as well. It's like, well, I'm not, I talked about going to, whatever this place was. And I was like, this is the opportunity. I'm out. I'm going, that's only been on my list for a very short time. I knew something was coming up and I was like, that's where I'm headed. You know, boom, done, check, next, but I don't even have a list. I just kind of, things kind of, I don't know, meld around or whatever. Like, oh, that sounds fun. Let's just go that way. And that's what I like to do.
yeah, again, just disclaimer, like, you should be responsible with things in your life, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like, don't be.
Right.
Like, you got one shot, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is it. You got one life. You working all these things. Like, for me, I was working 5-7 days a week.
Yeah.
Like, why are you putting in all this work? Like, you gotta cash out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you at. It doesn't matter what kind of investment you have, whether it's your time, whether it's your money. Like, there's got to come a time when you reap profits.
Yeah.
And same thing with your time. Same thing with this whole thing about having fun and getting refreshed. It's like, hey, we've been responsible for so long. Now it's time to get irresponsible. We'll go cash out a little bit of this and go have fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people in life, like so many people, they play not to lose.
Yeah.
It's just like they're on that defense mode. They're doing all these things. They're lining up everything, but they don't play to win.
Yeah.
Like, in life, you gotta set the rules up so that you win.
Yeah.
And if you're sitting there working all the time, I mean, hopefully you enjoy that time, but if you're sitting there working, like, man, you gotta stop and smell the flowers, man.
Yeah.
You gotta reap those benefits.
Absolutely. Even like example, I have that's kind of close to me or practical to me or whatever it be. Like my grandma, she's been retired for I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 whatever something years now, but she can't do anything now. I mean, she can't walk very far. She can't do these things and stuff like that. And I was talking with her about it. I was like, isn't it great you did all that traveling when you were young? Imagine if you waited till you retired. We went to Disneyland. We had to push her around the wheelchair all day long. She just couldn't walk very long. She couldn't stand. And I was like, but in her younger years, she literally, I think there's only a couple of countries she's never been to, but she spent all of her her time traveling and seeing these things and understanding that if I wait till I'm older, who knows what condition I'm going to be in. And sure enough, she's looking at right now getting knee replacement surgery. She's never going to be she'll never be able to walk the Great Wall of China and things that she's done and all these different things and seen the pyramids and stuff. But that's just something to think about. We wait around till we're 65 and a half. Oh, now I'm going to go, to that Alaska thing. Now I'm going to go to these places. You don't know what kind of condition you're going to be in at that age. Versus I like to practice something like Tim Ferriss talks about where these little mini micro vacations and you plan these trips and you schedule them in your calendar, whatever, 6 months from now, I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going to block out a week, 5 days, 2 weeks, whatever it is. And then I'm going to plan a trip for that time while I'm young, when I can do these things now.
Yeah. And that's true. And again, we just always want to say, be responsible, but
yeah,
this is a time not to. Like, people who are young, like, you don't think you have the money, like, go get a credit card. Like, I mean, I don't know where you live, but I mean, here in Hawaii, like going to Japan, well, flying to Japan right now is super cheap from Hawaii. Like it's
Yeah.
great. Like it's cheaper to go to Japan than it is to the mainland.
Yeah. My sister's planning a trip to China. It was like $500 round trip airplane from
Yeah.
DC.
And it's like you said, we're young now. We can walk. We can function.
Mm-hmm.
We have all of these things. Like it's not like you're gonna go take out a credit card and spend $500 to go get whatever, and then from there maybe spend a couple $100 on an overnight stay or whatever. Like, sure, that credit card debt is gonna be maybe $2,000-$3,000, but you're young, you can work that out.
Yeah.
The main thing is that you go get out there and enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, we only got this life here. Again, you're trying to play to win.
Yep.
You're not here to play not to lose. You gotta win.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's along the lines of that, going on vacation to these rare and exotic places. I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm a different person, but some people go like to. I don't know if they're like doing it intentionally or if that's just what they see like on social media, but they go there and they're just like, oh, okay, here's the Eiffel Tower, like, all right, let's go get this pic, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Statue of Liberty, oh, let's go get this pic. And it's like, okay, I get that. Don't get me wrong, for some people that's what it is all about. Like, it's all about getting the pictures,
right?
But for me, like, I wouldn't go to just take the picture. Like, again, be in the moment, live in the moment, go out there and do these things, not just so you can like pin it up on your wall or whatever the case might be. Like, get out there, go there, live it, and have fun.
Yeah. That's funny you say that. I went hiking up to this cave last week. And before we went, there's these two girls, young-ish, 20-somethings or something like that. They're looking good, like dressed nice, and workout-ish kind of dress, makeup all done up, hair all done up, and they went out quite a bit ahead of us. And then we're going up the trail, and then I see them come back down. I was like, oh, I wasn't too fast. You just kind of hit it and come. I said, oh, how much longer to the top? They're like, oh, I don't know. We didn't go to the top. Well, what are you doing here? And they're like, oh, maybe I've been there once before. I think it's maybe 30 minutes from here or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And then they walk past it. I was like, did you just go up there and find a spot to take pics and pretend like you're out working out or hiking? Like what was that about? Like I was curious. That in retrospect, I should have asked, I think, but that was my thought in my head. I'm like, you guys spent all this time walking all the way up here, maybe a little over halfway, maybe they were up, and I was like, I bet they just did it for a pic, and then they came back down. But and that's the thing. Like, even when I go places and stuff, my wife, she likes to take a lot of pictures of stuff, and we come back home, she's like, did we see that thing? And she's like, she doesn't even remember what happened. Like, what do you mean? We were right there. You took like 45 pictures of it. She goes, I don't remember. I was like, right, because you're experiencing this through your lens of your phone. You're not here in this moment. You're more worried about capturing the image to share or reminisce on, versus having the memory of it to reminisce on, and then saying, oh, that memory's getting a little fuzzy. Oh, I think I have a picture of it as well. Let me refresh that, kind of throw that back of my, back to the forefront of my mind. That's what I think to think about. I know, like you were saying, it's hard in this day and age where it's all about the pic. It's all about that perfectly curated Instagram or whatever it is, Snapchat. Like, oh wow, look at this guy up to so much things. It's like, and on the surface, that's what we see. But
yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like the same thing, like and like how we get caught up with work.
Yeah,
it's like you get caught up with work. You're working day in, day out, and like it's just your life is just this check, 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 check. And like, there's a lot of times that we take that same attitude and we like apply it to our vacation. So when we get on our vacation, it's like, okay, Eiffel Tower, check. Okay, going to Italy, check. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just going down the list. And then, we're creatures of habit, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever patterns we breed, like, we take that with us.
Right.
And like, for me, there are some people where they do have vacations like that, and that's fun. And that's, I'm sorry, I'm not here to rain on your parade, but I'm one of those types, like when you're at work, that's the time to check.
Mhm.
But right now we're not talking about work. We're talking
Right.
about go work out the door, get out there, go have fun, be in the moment, live in the moment. Never
Mhm.
mind about taking the pictures. Never mind about going off the checklist.
Mhm.
You know. And now that we're talking about it, it reminds me of that movie, Secret Life of Walter Mitty with Ben Stiller. Did you see that movie?
I didn't.
But anyway, long story short, in that movie, like they need the last picture for Time Life magazine,
Hmm.
and there's one guy who takes pictures for Time Life magazine or whatever.
Mhm.
So Walter Mitty like goes on this trip, you know, not intentionally, it's for work.
Right.
He goes on this trip to find this guy, and it's kind of interesting that we're talking about this. I don't know why I didn't think about to talk about it earlier. But like in this trip, like he's doing all these extraordinary, like crazy things that he, thinks he needs to do to get the picture. But like he's going through a lot of stuff. And then finally, like towards the end of the movie, like he meets the photographer guy, and like they're in the Himalaya mountains or something like that. And the guy's like sitting down, he's got his camera all set up, and he's like, shh. And like Walter's like, hey dude, I need that picture. Like,
Right. Get this going.
he's like, can I just tell me where the picture's at? He's like, shh, come here. He's like, and then like he's waiting for this snow leopard to like come out, and he has a camera all set up or whatever.
Yeah.
And like finally, like he's like, shh, just be quiet. Like this is about the time. And then like the snow leopard comes out right into view, and like he like tells like Walter Mitty, come look. And Walter Mitty's like looking at it through the camera, and then like he sees the snow leopard, and the guy's just like sitting there. And then like they're just watching it, and then the snow leopard leaves. And he's like, what was that about? He's like, well, he's like, sometimes I come across a moment when it's so beautiful that I just want to live in that moment. I don't want to capture it. This is our moment. This is a moment for us.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else can see this moment. I was like, damn.
Wow.
Crazy. This guy like went to the Himalayas, is up there, and then like after that he's like, you know what, man? Let's go play soccer, dude. They need a teammate down there. And like they went to go play soccer. Like I was like, who the hell is this photographer guy, dude? It was like crazy.
Understands living life.
Yeah, but like that's just it. It's like he went up there to like take a picture or something, but like when he saw it, like he's like, fuck, man, this is so beautiful. Like he's like, I don't really want to share this with anyone else. Like this is my moment.
Right.
Like I want to keep that. Like and that's just the thing about it too, is like, there are so many moments in life that it's just you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, you wake up every day, but like, on his thing, it doesn't have to be going to the Himalayas. It could just be something like a beautiful sunset where like the clouds are right, colors are right. I'm from Hawaii, so I don't know if any of you talk about the green flash, but if you're over here, like look it up. Like not many people have seen the green flash, or they don't even know what it's about or anything like that. And like when the sky's right and when the timing is all perfect, like it comes up and like you see the green flash and like, damn, like I think I'm the only one that saw that. Like I'm the only one here. Like I'm the only person that witnessed this moment in life. Like that's crazy, dude. Like that's the kind of stuff I like to do. That's what I like to get at with this episode, is like the hell with the nonsense, man.
Yeah.
Get out there, be yourself, and live life.
And that's the thing that I look forward to when I do a vacation, is like that moment. You couldn't have put that on an itinerary. There's no way you could have planned for that. Those to me, those are the things that's what that time off is about. Whether it's a walk in the, down the street, through the park or something, whatever it is, or some elaborate vacation, those little moments, those things, you can't plan for those, like, I went up to the forest, and I don't like to plan nothing on vacation. I know people that my sister, she was with us, that drives her up the walls. She wants a list. She wants a plan. We're going to be here at 11:43. We're going to leave here at 11:57, 56. We're going to get there at, 12:03. She wants to know all that stuff, I'm like, I don't care. We're going that way. I'm going to turn left and see what happens. That's how I like to do it. Everybody's got their thing. I get it. But the point is, we're driving and I'm like, I want to find a place to eat lunch. We're up in the forest and just my mind's blown. Unreal. I live here in Arizona. in the high desert, and that's its own beauty. But going up this place, all of a sudden, like in the blink of an eye, it's just pine trees. It's like you're transported to like the Northwest or up somewhere up, you know, in up in the Northeast in these beautiful forests and stuff. And I'm like, let's just pull off here. I pull into this little picnic campsite area. The very first thing you see is beware of bears. everybody in the car was like, we ain't eating here. Fuck that. And I'm like, what do you mean? That's the fun of it. I could have never planned to stop here. I would have never known. I can't think of a travel guide that would have been like, listen, pull off onto this exact campsite. There's bear activity there. Go have lunch. Like, nobody's going to write about that, you know? And I just was, you know, it was that thrill and that excitement of, could we be scrambling for the car and leaving our lunch behind? You know, like that was an experience. My sister, she's sitting on the edge of the table, ready to run at any moment. Everybody's got their sandwiches and everything in hand. Everybody's just ready to get up and just run at any moment. You know, we're checking out the bear box and all these things. I can't imagine ever planning that experience. But you know, that experience, like you were saying, that was just for us. That was just our moment. Nobody else was there. Nobody's around. We really don't have any, you know, pictures of it, you know, per se. But that's just something, I don't know how we would have captured that. You know, it's like I said, still in my mind. My sister's sitting there, she's ready to run at any moment. Any little bird or thing, she's like, what was that? What, you know? That's the thing that to me makes the vacation, that makes the experience, those spontaneous moments like that, the breaking away from reality like that.
And definitely, I mean, that sounds like it's a little bit like living on the edge, you know, but I kind of like that. I think you find a lot of things in life on the edge, or when you push yourself to the limits, and like I think that's cool, man. I think that's cool. I had a similar, I guess, spontaneous event too. I mean, part of my trip was going to my best friend's wedding, right? Like this was one of the things, and it was weird because like as we were heading out to the site where the wedding was going to be held, like it was freaking pouring rain. It's crazy. And it was like a 45-minute drive. So we're like driving up there in the pouring rain, and like freaking me and his brother and his mom, like we're looking at each other because we're all over here. It's like, you know, I was like, I hope this works out because like it's raining right now. It's crazy. And like we're all suited up. So like, and ironically, when we get to the site where the wedding's going to be held, like the rain stops. Like, I was like, what the heck, dude? It was raining the whole morning. We get here, the rain's not there. And I was like, all right, let's do this. So like we meet the wedding planner or whatever, and then like the ceremony goes on. It doesn't rain throughout the entire ceremony, like the half an hour that we're there. I was like, wow, what are the chances of this? Like, this is so crazy. Yeah. And then after that, like everybody's like getting ready to leave. And as everybody's getting ready to leave, the area of the ceremony, like that's like when it starts raining, and it's crazy. I was like, what the hell? What are the chances of that? That's just so inconvenience. And then from there, like they paid the wedding photographer like to only be there for the ceremony, not for the reception, because you know just how things worked out.
Right.
Like it was ironic because like it was on the beach or whatever, and like the photographer, like she didn't even have her shoes on. Like she was like walking around like barefoot, like whatever, because it was wet, it wasn't raining. But like after that she's like, well, it's raining, but let's go ahead and take pictures. And like we all like looked at each other. It was like, all right, whatever. I was like, oh, they're umbrella for the photographer. So like they took pictures in the rain, and like they had so much fun like taking pictures in the rain. It was crazy. And the wedding was at this lighthouse area too, and like we went out just to the lake to take pictures of them near the water. And then like as we were heading back to the car, like we saw this guy like opening up the lighthouse, and I was like, this is kind of crazy. It was like, it's raining, like why don't we just go inside and like take pictures like inside the lighthouse? And like the photographer says, yeah, that's a great idea. And like so like, you know, it's just stuff like that. Like you could have never like planned for that. It's just like so they got wedding pictures like in the lighthouse. Like I was like, that's so crazy. That's amazing.
That's funny that if it wasn't for the rain, none of that would have happened.
I
It's
guess.
unreal. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I guess. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. But that's just the thing, you know. It's like those little moments, like
Hmm.
those small things of just, you know, serendipity or spontaneity or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, and again, I always bring up that whole Uguay thing. It's like there are no accidents, you know. It's like
Right.
there's no such thing as coincidence. Like you
Right.
got to get out there and embrace it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like what's that? That story of the wise man and um, something like my we found this horse. Aren't we lucky? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, the horse is crazy. You know, is that we shouldn't have got the horse? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, my son fell off the horse and broke his leg. This is cursed. Maybe, maybe not. You know, and like, then the soldiers come to town and take all the able-bodied people. My son couldn't go to war. This must be good luck? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. You know, and it's one of those, right? You just never know. Or even further, it's whatever you make it.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, definitely, again, this whole thing is about, you know, never mind the work, never mind getting busy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the mindset. You got to get out there and enjoy life.
Yep.
Get out there, take that trip that you've been waiting to go on and do all of that. Live in the moment. Like, I don't know. That's kind of why I wanted to have this episode. I don't know
Yeah,
about you.
exactly. No, that's exactly what it is. Like, you know, it's tough because it's like that dichotomy, right? And it's like I absolutely have a great time with what I do. My wife does. She's always like, oh, there's extra shift. Yeah, great. I'd love to come in. She just loves being there so much. It's like,
Yeah.
and then it's easy to get caught up in these things. Like it's so much fun to do these things. I have such a great time. She has such a great time. And then to coordinate both of our schedules for, you know, this, that, and another. And and it's like we're having fun in this way, but you know, it's easy to miss out on these little day trips, these little things, these vacations. We're having so much fun doing the work and doing the day-to-day stuff. But you know, I gotta, you know, train myself, train ourselves, and hopefully help you guys as well understand that part of that and part of being able to keep that fire and keep that going is, fuck, you know what, today I'm playing hooky and I'm gonna go to X. You know, I'm gonna schedule out for, you know, 3 months from now. I'm gonna make sure my calendar's 100% blocked off because I'm gonna go somewhere. You know, that's the things we've got to do because it's so easy to get trapped up, especially if you really have a good time in your work. And that's what I wanted this episode to be about. It's we hear so much of getting the grind, getting the hustle, get that side thing going. It's like we hear about all this, you know, pile of work on top of work on top of work. It's like, what about recharging? What about re-energizing yourself? What about refocusing yourself? Like that's why I want to have this episode. Let's bring that into the conversation too. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a side hustle and working your ass off and enjoying what you do. But don't forget, you know, taking a break is so important to your body and to your brain. You know, you can come back so much more fired up, so much more ready to rock and roll, so much more clear, and you can start hammering your goals again. They ain't going anywhere, you know?
Nope. I mean, that's for you to tackle. But yeah, definitely get out there and recharge, man.
Yeah.
Just like when we go to sleep, like we recharge for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you have all these things that's going up. Sure, you want to build your empire or whatever it is you want to do. You know, you want to make that side hustle your main hustle. But at the same time, it's like, what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
What is the whole point? What did you originally start this side hustle for? It's so that one day you could have enough and you can get out there and do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't wait till the end. And
Yeah.
life is not some kind of destination fever. Like, life is about the journey.
Yep.
So while you're going on this journey, don't forget, like, you're doing this for a reason. And if anything, let it be the fuel to your fire. Let it be the reason, like, hey man, I went on this vacation. Dude, this is why we got that side hustle. This is why I got all this going on the side. Is like, because I want to do this.
Yeah, that's exactly.
On a life, like, use that as your fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
Recharge so that you can get back out there and work harder than you've ever worked before. Because without it, you know, you're just doing A, doing B, doing A, doing B. Just wash, repeat. Don't forget about that good stuff.
No, yeah, that's a great point. I really like that. It's good. I like that.
Yeah.
And you know, and it goes into, you know, don't forget to appreciate the things that you have around you and the life that you have. And you know, a lot of times we focus on the things we don't have instead of the things that we do have.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of people that do that too. You know, but then again, hopefully you can use that as far as like, hey man, we need this vacay, or hey, we need to do this. So yeah.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk about here? Anything else?
Well, I mean, I guess definitely for me, I am one to sort of plan, but I mean, I know, you know, like you were saying earlier, like, you know, I guess maybe that's just the upholder in me, and maybe it's just the upholder in your sister. Like,
Yeah,
I do like to plan certain things, yes, but at the same time, you know, get out there, you know, just there are times when planning is necessary. I mean, you gotta plan to a certain degree so you don't get stuck somewhere. But you know, the main thing is like, don't wait.
yeah,
Yeah, the main thing, don't wait.
yeah.
Like if the reason you're not going on your vacay, the reason you're not getting out there having fun is because like you gotta take all this time to plan it, then do so. But don't sit there and just keep planning something like, oh yeah, this trip is gonna be amazing. Like, oh yeah, whatever. Like again, set a time.
Yep.
Like, we did this on our time episode. Set a time in which you gotta accomplish this by, and make the best plan that you can. But when that time comes, execute.
Yep.
Get out there, execute. Even if your plan is not 100%, like get out there and go. Like, you know.
Yeah, I recommend if you have that problem, something I like is just looking at your calendar 3-6 months from now. Most times there's nothing there. Block it off. Block it off in advance.
Yeah.
And you know, then you've got a date. You've committed. You made a committed decision on January 3rd. We're going on vacation. Where? I don't know, but we're going, and that's already scheduled. And now we're committed. Now we got to find out the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. And then just kind of, I know Tyson talked about it earlier, like going on those mental vacations while you're at work or while you're in stressful situations, you got to break away. But the same thing, when after you make that plan to get out there and either go on a trip or just go have a good time, like have, you know, meet up with all your friends, like make sure while you're there, like you take that mental vacation. Yeah. Like while you're on this trip, or while you're at this party, or while you're at this reunion with your family or friends or whatever it is, like don't be at this place thinking about work. Don't be at this place like thinking about other things. Like make the sole intent of going to this thing to have fun, and make that your mindset. Get out there, forget about everything else, go have fun.
Absolutely.
That's where the recharge is going to come in. That's where all of this is actually going to happen for you. You're going to feel it in here. You know what I mean? Not just up here. You're going to feel it inside here. And that's what you need.
And if you need help with the financial part of it, you should probably get into this month's giveaway.
Oh.
Because this month's giveaway is Tony Robbins' book, Unshakable. I have 3 copies I'm going to give away to 3 different winners. Nice. He talks about, you know, getting your money right and getting your financial situation right so you can become unshakable financially. Nothing in the financial world that's happening outside will affect your finances and your vacations. Jump over onto the socialchameleon.show/pickme. Enter to get into this month's giveaway for August, all the month of August, and get your finances unshakable so you can go shake up some vacation spots.
Nice. Nice.
You know, and I don't have any books for this. I want you guys to just go play hooky. You got permission from me. Go do it. You know, you can't do that. I understand. Not everybody can do that. Schedule something, whether schedule a nice little walk during your lunch, go find a green bush or a tree to look at, let your mind wander a bit, or it's a staycation or a vacation. Plan something. I'll throw some links in the show notes to some different travel resources I like and I'm aware of. Help spur your guys' ideas. some different things, what's available in your area. There's tons of great resources, guys. You know, if money's the problem, find a way. Like stop focusing on your lack of resources and become resourceful.
Stop focusing on why you can't get
Yes.
out there and do what you need to do.
Yes.
Have that mindset of that this is going to happen, and start thinking about ways that it can happen, because what you put your mind to, you can accomplish.
Absolutely. And Ransom, what's this week's challenge?
Yeah, and there's all these things we're talking about. This week's challenge: get out there and have fun. Go do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't wait till the end of your life for your bucket list. You know what I mean? Don't wait to go on that vacation that you've always wanted to go on. And I mean, these things of always wanting to do. I've always wanted to do that. Get that out of your mind. Today's challenge is get out there, something you've always wanted to do. I don't care whether it's a trip. I don't care whether it's like I want to, you know, get out there and go eat at this fancy restaurant. I want to go do this. I want to go to this theater. Whatever it is you want to do, get out there and do it. Make your mindset, like Tyson said, block off some time. Say, hey, you know what? Next weekend, I'm going to go do that. Mm-hmm. Get it done. Because you, of all people, deserve that recharge. You need to get out there and recharge your soul. That's the best way to do it. That's a challenge this week.
Absolutely. And to kind of, you know, wrap this all together, listen, you know, most of you probably heard a song, YOLO, you only live once, you know. Yeah. You know, they have the saying, you know, live every day like it was your last. I would modify that a bit to say, live every day like it could be your last day, because you never know what's going to happen later on today. So don't have these regrets. If you need permission, we give you permission. Yeah. Go take a vacation.
Listen, granted.
You're welcome.
Zach, I give you permission to get out there and leave work.
Go
do whatever you got to do.
Go do it. And if you know somebody that could need a vacation, whether it's staycation, mental vacation, or real vacation, share this episode with them, and hopefully they can gain a little something like you did. And you guys can connect with us all month long, all week long in between episodes at the Social Chameleon Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You guys can also subscribe on YouTube for the video version, or on your favorite podcast app for that. If you guys listen to the podcast version, I'd like to ask you guys to leave a review if you'd like to. It helps us reach more amazing people like you. And as always, for past episodes and links to everything we talked about, you can visit the socialchameleon.show. Until next time, I want you guys to keep learning, growing, and transforming into the person you want to become.